Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how are you today? If you haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, please do so. All the information you're going to need is in the description box below. Okay, so as always, grab your coffee, maybe some chocolate, because you just never know with me or what's going on in the world today. So the first thing that I really want to talk about is something that we have been speaking about for quite some time now, okay? And this has more to do with Walmart. Now, more than maybe some other retailer out there, okay, Walmart is synonymous with America. Now, I don't know why, but it is, okay? And their stores are massive. They sell everything and they're everywhere, okay? But last week, they quietly made a move that some would say is a direct shot at the economic heart of the nation, okay? And it's small for now, okay? I'll say it that way. But it suggests that the U.S. largest retailer has plans to follow the over 46 million Americans and counting who have taken action to escape our traditional finance system before it deals permanent damage to their wealth. In 200 stores across the country, they've cracked the door open for people to convert their dying dollars, which have lost a stunning 97% of their spending power since 1900, into a new form of money that could completely reset everything we've ever known about earning, spending, and saving throughout our lives. Now, you might not notice anything right away, and it won't impact the way that you shop at Walmart, at least not yet. But by allowing its customers the ability to move their dollars into this new form of currency right there in its stores, it's clear to see that quitting our broken financial system is becoming more and more mainstream every single day. And if you look at the numbers, it's easy to see why. For instance, right now, one of these assets is offering you the ability to earn as much as 13% interest in 1 year, compared to the pitiful average of 0.06% that the banks offer. And that's on the top of its 10 times profit potential over the next 12 to 8 months. I don't know much more about that except for what I've already explained to you. That was brought to my attention really from a subscriber, and she's like, you've got to see this. And I'm like, oh my Lord, you know, what is really going on here? You know, they want to have their own banking system, their own currency. What? You know, come on, you know? So then a subscriber reached out to me and she said, hey, she said, my friend works at Aldis. Okay. She said the stock, and that they are has been stocked for a while in the warehouse. So their stock has been in the warehouse for a while, and they're not getting any more product in. The warehouse is almost empty, and reality is going to hit very soon. Please stock up now. And then she said, okay, I found out that for a hike, stores have known about shortages. They stocked up products so that they could sell what they had at a larger price. The warehouses are almost empty. My God. I don't I don't know what more can be said to people who are new to prepping. Okay, we're like me and a lot of you, we're seasoned, right? We know what's coming down the pike, right? We've been seeing it, we're feeling it. You know, we have like this feeling in our gut, and we're like, oh, good, you know, and we always ask ourselves the question, when do we stop? When? Just when? And, you know, because Trish asks me this question all the time, when do I stop? When do I stop? And I said, has the feeling in your gut gone away? And she's like, no. And I said, well, then you don't stop, do you? And she's just like, oh, God. And I said, I know, I get it. I feel it. I know exactly what you're talking about. And, you know, now that the holidays are right around the corner, you just, I know, you know. And what's even more sad is that, you know, I've said this before, desperate times, desperate measures, desperate people, right? Well, this was sent to me, okay, from a relative of a police chief in Illinois, okay? And there were 14 suspects, okay, who stole from a suburban Louis Vuitton store in a grab and run, okay? And I watched the video. The video is in the link of the article, so you can watch it too. And when I watched the video, I'm like, are you kidding me? So, you know, not just are there people stealing cars, taking the license plates off, going into stores, taking laundry soap, toilet paper, paper towels. Now we have people going into a Louis Vuitton store and stealing purses. What are you going to do? Sell those on the black market? You know those things have serial numbers, right? And they can easily be traced. You idiot. Anyway, so just after 3:30 p.m., police responded to the Louis Vuitton store in Oak Brook Center Mall after a report from a mall security of several subjects involved in a grab and run of merchandise. And there were customers in the store as well. And when you watch the video, you're going to see the customers and they're going, what do I do? What do I do? And some were like hunkering down behind the counter and stuff like that. I felt so bad for these people. I was like, oh my God, you know, what would you do in this situation? Police determined that these 14 suspects ran into the store, grabbed an unknown amount of merchandise, and then ran out. They then drove from the scene in 3 separate vehicles. Police estimate that $100,000 worth of purses were stolen. There was a moment when the store's security guard got into a scuffle with a few of the suspects. Though armed, he did not fire his weapon. And I'm thinking, wow. So we've, you know, it's like no matter what store, no matter what the merchandise, nothing is safe. No one is safe. So, you know, if you're not shopping online this year for you know, Christmas or whatever the case may be, okay, for any holiday that you may celebrate, okay, head on a swivel. Please be vigilant. Know your surroundings at all time. Okay. Even though, you know, I'm sure a lot of us are not looking to purchase a Louis Vuitton purse for our family members or our wives or whatever the case may be, okay? because we're more worried about spending that $800 on food and supplies and not a Louis Vuitton purse, okay? Still, you know, come on. Those thieves still had to run through that mall to get out, and God knows if they knocked anybody over or hurt anybody on the way out. Okay? So please be vigilant. Please be careful when you are out and about and, you know, doing anything, even if you're in the supermarket, because you just don't know. Even if you're in Target or Walmart or anything, okay? Please be so careful. Please. Because you just don't know. You really don't. Okay, so this was sent to me, and I don't have the entire article. I don't even have a link, but what this subscriber did was she made like a, I guess like she took out the most important parts of the article, copy and pasted, and put it in an email for me, okay? And she said, long article. I posted a few paragraphs here. Banking associations have raised a serious concerns over Amarova because of a 71-page paper she wrote, which was published by the Vanderbilt Law Review, okay? In it, she proposed a federalized banking system that would replace the existing dual banking system that's been in place since 1863. The comptroller of the currency oversees banking regulations in the U.S. In her paper, Amarova proposes replacing commercial bank reserve accounts with universally available deposit accounts to allow all U.S. citizens and law-abiding citizens and lawful residents, local governments, non-banking first and non-business entities to open transactional accounts directly with the Federal Reserve, thus bypassing private depository institutions. That just sounds wrong. I'm sorry. It just sounds wrong. The whole thing is just, yeah, no, I'm not doing it. I don't want any part of it. Her plan would also transition all commercial bank deposits to the Federal Reserve, which would then have the authority to take the money out of Americans' accounts if its monetary policy fails. She suggests when the Fed determines that it is necessary to expand the money supply in order to stimulate economic activity and ensure better utilization of the national economy's productive capacity, it could take depositors' money out. The American Bankers Association, which represents the nation's largest bank, argues her proposal would undermine the valuable role community banks play in their communities. ABA President and CEO Rob Nichols said her proposals to effectively nationalize America's community banks and regulatory tailoring based on risk and eliminate the dual banking system are particularly troubling. Yeah, it is. Independent Community Bankers of America President and CEO Rebecca Romero Rainey said Amarova's plan would displace locally based community banking and restrict economic growth in local communities. Her plan would also conflict with Fed policy, Rainey noted, which was explained during a Senate Banking Committee hearing held earlier this year. Fed leaders said the Fed is not suited to offer direct accounts to consumers and is not legally permitted to do so. Amarova also proposed in her paper to eliminate the FDIC, which was founded during the Great Depression after a widespread banking collapse. Yeah, I've been doing the Great Depression series, and it explains all of it in that series that I've been doing. So to abolish the FDIC as a deposit insurer and the supervisor of state chartered institutions, the ABA adds would effectively end the dual banking system and break up regional and large banking organizations. On Thursday, ranking GOP member U.S. Senator Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania said Omarova's idea would devastate community banks. Taken in their totality, her ideas amount to a socialist manifesto for American financial services, he said. Yeah, dead on balls accurate. Omarova said Thursday that her proposal was purely theoretical. I call BS. It wasn't purely theoretical. It's what she wants. If I am confirmed to lead the office of the comptroller of the currency, my top priority will be to guarantee a fair and competitive market where small and mid-sized banks that invest in their neighbors' homes and small businesses can thrive, she said in her opening remarks. Lies. Lies. That's what I have to say about that. Lies. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.